Hello everybody, my name is Shana Jaikudi and my presentation today is about animal rights. Let's see what we have got to speak. To get an understanding of animal rights, we'll first consider what are rights. Our text defines it as a right is generally defined as a strong and legitimate claim that can be made by a claimant against someone. So with this definition in mind, do animals have rights? According to Tom Regan, all individuals, whether non-human or human, have an intrinsic or inherent value. For that reason, individuals with inherent values do have rights. As a result, animals being non-human and having an intrinsic value can be considered to have rights. Moral rights. However, with this assumption that animals do have rights, do animals have the ability to make claims in order to have rights? The simple answer would be no, they don't. So does an infant, who can't claim for him or herself. But do we consider them to have no rights? Yet again, it would be no. Moral patients and moral agents. An infant in this case falls into the category of moral patients who have a moral concern but are unable to bear correlated responsibility. Thus, a moral agent who is able to make moral judgments have an obligation to take care of moral patients. Similarly, like parents taking care of their infants, humans as moral agents have an obligation to have a concern about animal rights, as animals are moral patients. What does it take for animals to have rights? Animal rights activists claim that animals should not be used as test subjects, used for research and experimentation, used as pets, used as food for human consumption or animal agriculture, used for hunting. This basically means that animals should be liberated from human subjugation and they should be independent. Looking at the other side of the story, looking at the issue with an anthropocentric view, we could say that human rights are superior over animal rights. Immanuel Kant supports a similar view, saying that humans have an intrinsic value and all other things have an instrumental value. Speciesism is one term used to weave this idea, considering one group of species morally more important over than another group of species. So what is anthropocentrism? It considers animal agriculture and the use of animals for testing and research purposes as morally justifiable. This weave consists of utilitarian reasoning to say that if there are more benefits in the outcome of using animals, then it outweighs the fewer detriments in using animals. Moreover, this weave utilizes a deontological aspect only on humans as viewed by Kant. Here are the list of sources that I have used in my presentation. Here's my opinion. I believe that animals have rights as they have an intrinsic value. Yet, I would not suggest that the use of animals in human interest should be abolished. Instead, to have a limit in the extremes of animal use in such uses. Considering the utilitarian reasoning, the more benefits that the use of animals can bring to humans and animals themselves, the better it is justifiable for their use. Similarly, take animal welfare into consideration, which means the better treatment and care for animals. In conclusion, the debate on animal rights has been present since the past and will continue to exist in the future. Ethical relativism plays a role in animal rights as well, such as cultural relativism and religious relativism. Thus, different people would act according to what they believe is justifiable. My questions for you all to discuss. How should be animals considered as species or as individuals? Do animals have a right not to be experimented upon? Is animal agriculture justifiable for human consumption? and thank you for watching. That's about my presentation.